Yeah, can we stop? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it. Congratulations. I'm gonna give you disadvantage all fucking rolls for the rest of this goddamn session, people. Oh my god. Hi everyone, welcome back. We're playing fucking D&D, I guess. My name is DM David. I'm apparently playing with these cluster flux. With any case, anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As we're delving in, hi, welcome back everyone for our second session for 2024. I'm super excited because of a couple different things. Before we even delving in, we always like to do a couple call outs at the start of like, hey, this is something that's happening. I have a couple, but Alex just had something to share. So Alex, what's the thing that you want to say like, hey, go check it out, nerds?
Oh, I was actually joking, but it's Power World. It's coming out Friday. And it looks like it's if Pokemon were real and like in the human world, and we know we would like totally abuse them and like use them for not great purposes. But it looks fun, and it's like a survival crafting. It's like a Pokemon survival crafting like all at the same time. It's really weird. So
that got so dark so fast. I love it though. And that's spelled PAL World, Pal World, however you want to pronounce it. Two things that one thing that I'm excited about, one thing that I'm less excited about. If you follow what were they, Golden Globes or Emmys? Which one just happened? Emmys, I think.
They
right?
both just happened.
They both did.
Golden Globes is movies, Emmys is TV.
Golden Globes. It was Golden Globes then.
Or wait, no, Golden Globes is music. Yeah.
I don't
know.
Oscars is music.
I think for shows.
Oscars is not music.
Oscars is for movies.
Emmys is TV. Emmys is TV.
One of those. I think
we have too many award shows.
None of them actually matter in the overall scheme of life, but moving on.
With that, what actually really matters and is of course life. No, one thing that happened that I just wanted to call up because it was certainly something interesting. How many of you have watched the Barbie movie at this point?
Ew, this is what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
What?
That's right. We're talking about the Barbie movie first thing today.
I love the
Barbie
movie. I hated.
The other way. That's on me.
Show your shirt. Show your shirt.
Are you
Show your shirt. Take it. Show your shirt.
I watched the Barbie movie twice. I hated that I'm Just Ken won an award.
Exactly. Well, okay. Never mind. That was my story. Cool. Fuck you, Tyler. Fuck you. For stealing a punchline. But that was it. If you guys actually want to watch it back, it is phenomenal because the writer of that song and Ryan Gosling both, their reactions when it was announced that instead of the song by Billie Eilish of
the main
what was
song
it made for, which made me cry the first time I watched it in movies and almost made me cry the second time. Y'all, it fucking, of course, like how ironic is it that I Am Knuff won the fucking award in a movie written by women, about women, with an amazing female vocalist, delivering an amazing song. Of course, I Am Knuff fucking won. Yeah. But let's move on from my frustrations about all of that and how stupid that is and how fucking ironically accurate it makes everything about that movie. Yeah. There is something that I'm very excited about, and it has, again, nothing to do with D&D, but one of my favorite pastimes, which is wasting entirely too much time on video games that have something to do with crafting and survival. And more specifically, there's a game coming out called Enshrouded. We already played it a little bit between us, and surprisingly, Elena did not run off and try to get every single item in the game. I know we were all shooketh as well, but
did she not? Did she not?
No, that was
I remember it a little differently.
It was absolutely me that time.
Yeah, definitely David just ran ahead.
That's
his own thing.
Can confirm, was there. But it is a phenomenally fun game. If you liked Valheim, if you liked everything that is, maybe not those games because they're very different, Rust and Ark, but like that survival element to it, but much more Valheim with better graphics and a little bit of a feel of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, this game is going to be for you. It looks phenomenal. It plays really, really fun. You can level up there. The level progression is almost like Path of Exile, which, by the way, if you're a Diablo fan like me, you saw that for the next season, Diablo 4 trolled GGG, the makers of Path of Exile, with their announcement for the trailer for it, which is, yeah, they're gonna eat that announcement video very soon here. Anyway, beside the point. Yeah, super excited for Unshrouded. Looks like a really phenomenal game. That is it from me, though. I'm excited to delve back in, and I don't want to spend too much time just talking about things. I want to play some D&D. How are y'all feeling tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. With that, then, welcome back. I actually really enjoyed doing a recap by the player, so I want to see if we could maybe do that again this week. I would love to hear what you guys remember, in particular, Elena, from last week's session of Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. All right,
I
group,
remember
here we go.
everything.
What do you remember? What do you remember?
They say you remember things best when you're in the same state that you were in when you learned them. So we might want to give her a minute to drink a bottle of three.
I mean, I very much remember us landing on an island, Lyra and Darian talking to some elephants and having very different experiences at that time. We arrived at Helios's house. That's his name, right? And that is about all I remember. And then Sila's back. I remember beginning. Conversations happened. People were upset. People were mad at each other. He tried to pretend he wasn't a dragon, but like, we know who you are. And then he said we could spend the night, and we said yes, please. That I feel like that's.
You seem to have really focused in on that fact, that last one in particular.
That we were going to bed? Absolutely.
That he invited you to bed at that place.
Well, I mean, where else are we going to go? Oh, Mitros, we did say we were going to do that.
Oh, yeah, by the way, there's another place that might be important.
Yeah.
Eh.
Well, last we checked, things were like, okay. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
And we gonna
smoldering.
let it burn.
Anyone else have any other details that they felt I missed with that very
did agree.
detailed?
Did you talk about all the stuff that we promised him? I missed that part.
Absolutely not. I don't remember.
We promised to make him a god.
Did he
Second.
oath it? Did he
Second
oath
god.
it?
Well, oaths don't
There's
work
no more.
anymore, so
But does he know that?
he does know that.
Okay, so
And we are going to give him one of the relics to make people gods, so that
Mhm.
it kind of keeps us in the line. And he has this spell to make us a god.
Right. Yanni's gonna work with him
Part of it.
to figure out the spells to make people gods. We're gonna give him one of the items so that it's separated, and he gets to be a god second after Daphne, who we voted to be the first one.
It's pretty good. Anything else that y'all want to add before we delve back in?
He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He seems pretty, like not misunderstood, but he doesn't seem bad.
Yeah.
We also sort of told Valos and Pitor what's going on, but we
Right.
didn't tell them everything. So that.
Yeah.
But Valos is really happy for Brissa to be queen and marry.
Right.
Sheila
Valis
after.
is happy that she doesn't have to
Yeah.
be queen anymore.
Love that
Yeah.
for her.
we trickle truth them real hard, if I remember. Like, we just dropped little
Yeah.
truths here and there.
Nose goes on telling Pitor about Honora. I don't want to deal with that.
Right.
No.
Right.
We can just not tell him.
I feel like
Did you learn
Something.
anything about the origin of the dragons by chance? Random, potential.
Oh, we learned that Helios was Estor's dragon and not actually Kyra. Right.
Oh, and Helios killed Estor. Right? He devoured him or something? Yeah.
And Helios is the daddy of all the dragons. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And
Modern
technically
Modern
Today's dragons, yeah.
and technically Estor was a paladin of Paladine, right?
Oh yeah, Paladine.
Not
Peladay?
Bahamut.
Shut up. They're similar. Right? They're both
Rip off.
platinum.
Yeah, there's some.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something else.
Oh,
Oh,
and then Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say Helios.
No, you go.
And no, you go. Helios and Clone Belmitria hooked up, didn't they?
And he was totally down for it, which is gross.
Yeah. Ick.
And
He
like,
would not take it back. Is kind of like the way that he put it.
right.
Oh, it was
right.
that good.
He wasn't
Wow.
like
Well,
he wasn't totally like, oh yeah, this is the best way to go about it. But he also,
I mean, but isn't that what he said?
Well, he had to do it because it was part of the oath, I think. But he pretty much was like, I probably would have done it anyways.
Wow. You must take an oath that you will fuck her.
oh no, snoo.
Oh,
So sad.
And then
Snoo.
the Gigans on the island don't know that Gigans exist off the island, but for some reason, when we were going to talk about that, Lyra got a no button, and they said, nope, don't talk about that, and I still don't know why.
It's like all coming back to me now. Like all of it, it's all coming back.
It's all coming back, it's all coming back to me now.
And they got really upset when I tried to pretend to be a god. That really did not go over well.
Oh, yes, you did tell the elephant you were a god, and he immediately called you a blasphemer.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think we left it on a good note, though. Like, we made promises. We intend to keep.
Do you?
I mean, I don't know.
about
Yeah.
like that
I think
too.
so.
Because we
I don't
promised we
know.
would kill the rest of the
I think
gods,
what she's
right?
trying to say is drunk promises don't count.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
think
can't
we
fully
promised to kill the
consent
rest
to
of
what I promised that night. I can't.
I don't think we promised to kill the other gods.
Oh, we didn't? Okay. I thought we did.
No.
Oh, good.
We have
okay.
to get the
Little
ambrosia
bloodthirsty
from
there,
them.
I see.
We have to get the ambrosia from them, but we didn't say anything about like killing them.
We didn't we say we would have to come back? Like, we didn't tell him we have the fire.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did not. But he's gonna
So-
come with us.
Oh, yeah, okay. Did not remember that.
I didn't
Okay.
remember that part either, honestly.
Yeah, and then I was like, Peter, you can come too if you got a problem with it. And then
Oh,
Daphne was like,
right.
I'm going to stab you through the eye. And
Pretty much, yeah, I remember that.
Welcome to that.
And now we have 3 dragons on our, 4 dragons on our side. Technically 5 if Odenti uses wish.
I mean, it's like 3.5, really.
Me, a dragon? What?
3 and
Not
3/4.
Hmm. We're
Argenti is
so-
like a
Shut the
4th,
fuck up.
and Silas like a half.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah. Okay.
That covers everything, right?
I'm pretty sure that covers all of it.
Mhm.
What, Clancy? What?
The Gigans
No,
do
I'm
have
trying
dragons,
to
and
remember.
Helios is a dragon.
Yeah,
Remember
there's like a
what
lot
we
of
know.
pettiness.
Remember what we actually know and not what you know?
Wait, did it ever?
I'll just shut up.
Did we find out that some Gigans know that he's a dragon?
No, none of them
No,
know
none
he's a
of them
dragon.
That's
And
right.
they hate
That's
dragons.
They hate dragons because dragons killed the Gigans in the war.
That's right.
not realizing that there's a ton of other Gigans.
Right, they
No,
don't know
he-
Gigans
Yeah.
exist off the island, and they don't realize Helios is one of the dragons that killed the other Gigan.
What you
Got
what you
it.
learned was specifically Helios was the dragon responsible for murdering a whole bunch of Gigans. Beyond that, you also learned that after regretting what he did and finally offing Estor, he went out and gathered all of the Gigan diasporas that he could, brought them back to the Garden of Helios in order to give them a diaspora, a place where they could try to rebuild, to be protected by him and, well, also their own culture, etc. That kind of stuff, right? However, there were many that also wanted to not agree with him. Children, he called them, that ventured forth on their own and kind of like slowly repopulated certain sections of the world themselves. However, it sounded like Sidon took a bunch of them and brought them back to the Tower of Praxis. So, yeah.
what? Sidon took something? No.
Listen, it was all his.
Crazy.
He's the land. He's the ancient.
Well, he's dead, so
He's very dead.
Hey, now he's just fertilizer. So.
we did that.
Yeah.
All right, pretty good recap. I'm proud of y'all. As we pick it back up, we'll say it's kind of like after that intense dinner. It is very late at night. You can all feel the fatigue. You killed a god, a titan this day. Then traveled forth and became a god to a mouse. You got to learn that your daughter is still alive in Mitros. By the way, you have a daughter still. And you all then found yourself at the Garden of Helios, where the gold-plated ceiling with the embossed scenes of Gygax being protected and brought aloft to the skies by Helios, the sun god, is stamped in. The braziers to the side are reflecting this beautiful golden warm light all throughout the temple, and everybody has kind of split up into different groups, kind of chit-chatting. Helios had actually stepped up towards you, Brissa, after the dinner was officially kind of done, and said, I'm very glad that you were able to bring back your dragon. Would you, too, mind joining me for a moment?
Yes, that is fine. We will join you.
Thylea kind of looks at you with big golden eyes. It's just like, I'm so glad to have you back, Mama. And her neck kind of curls around you and just like squeezes you tight. And it's almost like when a big dog goes from a little puppy to like a big dog and wants to be a lap dog. Thylea almost kind of does that to you before she realizes, oh no, I'm sorry, Mama.
Oh, she's used to it. You know, that happens all the time.
As you guys kind of walk over to the side, we'll circle back around to you guys for a second. We're not going to roleplay it out necessarily, but whom are you standing/sitting with? I mean, it's a full grazing meal if you want it. You can have anything upon there. Of course, the massive elephantine steaks are still out if you guys would like to imbibe in those. But yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to do? Any other people you want to chat with? So again, this is more of a call out of like who you're with rather than I will definitely roleplay this out.
I mean, Yanni would probably be talking to Valis, and if Pitor's in the mood to talk, Pitor trying to learn about Kryn. You don't need to go through any of that because Damon knows a fair amount about Kryn, but if anybody else is part of that conversation, we might need to fill them in.
I do remember that I specifically said that I sat right next to Helios's head of the table, and I sat all catty-cornered in the chair because I wanted to be an asshole, but that was about it.
You want to kind of sit by yourself as everybody kind of like starts doing the mingling part of it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to be
let's
rude.
act like we're gossiping about Lyra.
I'll be sitting with Mateo and like just enjoying everyone having their conversation, but I keep like looking at Daphne, and that happens throughout the night. Just glances.
Mateo
I'm
goes,
in love. No,
I didn't
No.
know that you were. You always talked about potentially being, a little bit more open-minded, but I think now it is becoming true. What does Darian do?
Isn't she like your cousin or something? I mean, come on.
Darian is an emotional drunk and is absolutely uncomfortably leaning on Daphne, telling her how much she loves her and how she was so afraid she was going to lose her, and that she's like, can you believe all that shit that they talked about at dinner? And is just no filter and slurring her words. It's a mess.
Daphne is also a couple cups in at this point, but she's like silent as she's just like nodding at this point, just looking down at her cup. She's just so tired. She'll just
As your friends are having their conversations, leering after one another, leaning upon one another, learning about one another, Brissa, you guys walk to the edge, and you can see the Gygax soldiers standing there with golden spears, golden shields, protecting the outside, clearly unaware that you have stepped up directly next to them, which indicates to you that whatever Helios again did in the beginning, this enchantment upon the temple currently, is certainly preventing them from knowing too much. As you stand there, you kind of look out over the beauty that is this land that he created. The massive Gigan structures stretching out below. And you're, for a second, also reminded of Estor in his actions. That he had hunted down the Gigans, killed so many of them over time. And Thylea kind of curls at your feet, kind of looking up towards her father. Well, the creature that helped bring Thylea into this world, at the very least. Since, after all, the group and then later, Acastus, were much more of a father to Thylea than he ever was. You can see Helios kind of considers her, and they meet eyes. Novels of emotion seem to kind of exchange between the two of them. You can see their pupils dilate, and Helios's eyes turn draconian there for a second. You can tell that there's an eagerness, but a stoicism to him as well, where he has his hands behind his back and stands regally, but you do notice a smile that spreads across his face. And he nods towards her. And Thylea looks to him, and her eyes go wide, and a little bit of the draconian smile stretches across her face as well. You know, the smile that you had seen the first time you pulled out a platinum coin for her to consume. But before she actually before she smiles, she looks over towards you. Almost like she's waiting for permission to acknowledge Helios.
Chris will nod and give her a little scoot on the butt. It's okay. You can say hi. He won't bite.
Helios gets down upon a knee and gently puts his hand underneath her the lower part of her throat, right underneath the jaw, and kind of scratches it there. You are a good dragon. You are the future. You are everything that I hoped you would be. And then he looks towards you, Brissa. And you are the reason. He stands back up to the full 7-ish feet tall that he is. And he gently places his hand upon your shoulder and just kind of holds your gaze for a second, Brissa. So a true Dragonlord returned once more. How much do you know of our order?
I mean, I read a lot of books. Acastus also, filled in some gaps, and his library was pretty well. But I mean, I think I know a pretty decent amount from what I have seen and heard. But I mean, there's always more to learn. Obviously, books can miss things, and you were there.
As something drifts over. Yeah, and then they just brought a whole mountain down upon us, as Peter is telling Yanni about Kryn and what happens there. And you can see Helios just kind of close his eyes, shake his head for a second. I find myself envious of the bonds that you have with my daughter, with my, descendant. I wish I could have found a rider, but I knew that I would never be able to do that easily with the Gigans here. In a way, I wouldn't let myself. What you two have, though, it seems genuine and powerful. I would like you to protect her. I could sense the passion in you to bring her back to life, and it seemed to be more than self-serving intentions of preventing yourself to die, which I could smell the anxiety upon you a bit. Perhaps.
And I only want the best for her. I mean, she is my best friend.
Good. Do you swear, not upon an oath, but to me, that you will do everything to protect my descendant?
Of course, I swear that is an easy one. I'm already trying to do that.
Do you swear upon your honor, upon your oath, that you will help me rebuild our order of dragon riders, of Dragonlords?
I swear.
The last one might be the hardest. I myself broke it, so do not say it lightly. Do you swear to be honorable, to do good, to place the need of the many before those of the few, to bring harmony and peace to this land after centuries of war?
Chris will look down and think about some of the things that she's done, and she'll shed a tear because I've made mistakes 100%, and I realize them. I did them at the time to try and preserve as much life as I could, but yes, I don't want people to suffer. I don't want anyone to suffer. I wanted to do what's right as I could, and sometimes you don't have the best choices in front of you. But I always try to do what is I can. So I swear that one as well.
Good. It is good that you have seen darkness, that you wielded it like a blade to get to taste of its poisonous fruit, so that you know that the things that we fight, that we seek to overcome, what they will be able to do, willing to do. I accept this oath of yours. He kind of reaches towards, this half, just like the skirt almost that he's wearing, the long white and gold, like a hava almost that it kind of goes down. And see, there's a small golden pouch as he kind of reaches on it on the side. It kind of reaches in much further than you would have expected to. And he starts to pull out this filter, a glass bottle of sorts that has a golden stopper upon it. Within it, you can see a golden liquid is scintillating, almost as if it has a golden diamond sparkle that just kind of swirls about as he completely pulls it out and then holds it towards you.
What is it? She will reach towards it. I guess grab it.
You look upon this potion with its golden liquid swirling still from being yanked out of the pocket, and as it starts to slowly swirl and settle, it still has almost an inner radiance that transfixes your gaze. This is the last filter of vitality of my land. It is a potion that was given to the leader of each of the orders of the Dragonlords to enhance them, allow them to survive things no mortal should be able to give them the strength of dragons. It will unleash within you what I see has already started to manifest, though odd, I have not seen. And he kind of points towards the scales that kind of show through on your neck and the draconian eyes that you do wear. I've not seen this manifested and people who do not bind themselves to an ancient.
I mean, I don't really know how it happened. I was told secondhand, but I died, and then Vulcan kind of brought me back in fire, and Thylea was there, so it was a whole thing.
Oh, that old bastard. Vulcan was always one to very much adhere to the limitations and the requirements of code. To hear now that he has broken that code to bring you back to life, it will be delicious to hold this over his head. Jokes aside, old pettiness of a dragon aside. See it as a great honor, for that is what it is. It appears that Vulcan enacted a ritual that is usually closely guarded and not enacted upon by just a mere dragon. An ancient is required to do what he did to you. I suppose he must have used a portion of his divine vitality to do so. Has it progressed since the day that you were reborn in fire?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like, the scales have gotten definitely along my back, some more, but...
Be careful. This will enhance your physical constitution, your ability to withstand pain. But it also will awaken your soul's desire to reign, to fly, to rule, like a dragon. It is something that is hard to control, something that is often hard to maintain. But if you master it, it will make you very resilient.
Well, I have my friends, and I have Thylea here to help keep me on the straight and narrow as well.
Good. That is what we need. Trust. And he looks over towards Daphne. And I need you to protect her too. You heard it. She is your group's chosen. She is the one that was elected by you all to become the first new god of this land. She also has the blood of a dragon within her. A new age. A new responsibility. To protect and build where we burned and destroyed. Do you agree?
I will do all I can to protect her, yes, in the upcoming...
Good. Very well then. Imbibe upon this potion. And you can see that there's a little bit of sadness that kind of displays in his eyes, where he just gave you something that is probably one of the most precious things from his hoard, from the memorabilia, one of the last things he actually has from Kryn. Gives your shoulder a squeeze, nods, takes a deep sigh, and kind of steps towards the edge of the temple. Darian, you watch as he kind of whistles at like a 3-note tune, and you suddenly see a flash of light off in the distance, maybe a mile or so away. And that flash of light is like down in the tall elephant grass itself, but then quickly shoots upward. And it's almost like a comet that goes out of the grass and starts to fly quickly towards the temple. It is a comet coming straight for you guys. It is getting larger and larger and larger. And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw because you're drunk.
Die! And I shove Daphne off of her chair. I try. I probably have no strength to do that.
Listen,
I mean, Daphne's also drunk, so...
Wait, you said disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean,
I got-
well, no. It's not a. You're not that drunk. You are able to kind of like keep your wits about you, and you kind of like blink as you push Daphne over, and you kind of look over, and it's like, oh my god, I'm sorry. And then you look over, and then you see 4 golden winged horses with black fur riding in like a sinuous wave almost, as they're pulling behind them what looks to be a chariot. Its face is styled in the way of what appears to be a bronze lion, its teeth bared, growling forward, its hair flying backwards as this golden light immediately kind of blinds all of you as you look upon it. You kind of like avert your eyes for a second, and the Gigans kind of step aside as they see this chariot approach, and the 4 Begasi kind of land there at the end of the temple. As Helios turns towards the rest of you. Well, my friends, as I have said before, you are more than welcome to stay within the temple's confines to rest, to recharge, whatever it is you need to do to be able to get yourselves ready for the next parts of our adventure together from here on out. I will insist that if Thylea leaves, she will have an enchantment placed upon her by me, so that she does not draw too much unwanted attention. I myself need to process, clear my thoughts on the things we discussed this evening. Please do not take it as rude for me to leave. Yes, Darien, Queen of Themis.
I think hearing that Darian's gonna, what she was gonna say stops for a second, because no one's said that to her yet.
Well, it's not true.
Oh, well. Selective memory.
That's nobody else was 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
With nipples that could cut glass.
Don't talk about his nipples. They can't hurt you, alright?
I have nipple blades. I can put them on if you need me to.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Elena can't handle this. Lyra, go first. Darian needs to.
No, he addressed you first.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What were you? I really can't. Okay.
We broke Elena! Yeah!
Okay. No, it's not that funny. Okay. It's just been a long day. This is beautiful. It's very bright, but it's beautiful. And
Thank you.
would you be willing to lend it to us for our mission and our journey?
And you can see him kind of like think about it for a second. It's just kind of like, it is, well, they're all very finicky. I did catch them all myself and had to bind them with their permission, just so you know.
Okay.
And I'm worried about your people destroying it. Inadvertently, of course. And it is very hard to drive. I don't know if you have the experience that it takes to actually control such an artifact.
What if... Okay. I told very valid points. I think if the Pegasi... That's
Who
plural.
knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pegasus?
Pegasus. If they agree, if they're okay, and if I show you my ability to drive it, to show it's in good hands, just think it would allow me to be up with Thylea and help protect her, and I can oversee things from a distance, and I'm much better when I'm further away from things than when I'm up close and personal. And we'll need every advantage against the enemies awaiting us.
How about... Well, I was trying to clear my head, but I suppose one of you... Maybe you need some fresh air. Looks...
I don't feel like it would be good for me to drive tonight. I think in the morning...
I can show you my little world. How about that? You get to see the island. You get to see how they listen.
Are we going on a magic chariot ride?
Would you like to go on a magic chariot ride with me?
I'm here for it. I've never been on a magic chariot before.
And he takes his arm and points towards it. Then please, after you.
Darian puts her hand in his arm and then turns, looks at the rest of the group, and she just does a little thumbs up and turns back to walk.
Lyra gags.
But Pascal isn't even here.
Oh.
Well, she doesn't when he's here.
Different type of gag.
I don't know. You might want to check your reflex saving throws. As Darian steps upon the chariot, and he kind of like puts you up in the front of it, and then kind of steps the full 7 feet, kind of like step in behind you. He puts the golden arms around you, takes the reins, and with a small flick, the Pegasi take you into the airs as Darian and Helios disappear.
Oh,
Behind
I was going to ask him where we shouldn't go, but I guess the answer is everywhere is free reign.
Peter goes,
At the-
"Oh, fucker.
What? No,
Finally.
I did not consent.
You're not here anymore, Darian."
I think we're supposed to stay in here, in this like room.
You do see that there's like a back area to the temple. There are some stairs that you saw that kind of cascade down. You think there's probably more in like a subterranean basement structure that you could probably go to.
Yeah, he said we could like make ourselves comfortable and explore.
Just change Sila's appearance if she leaves this area.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just going to ask where we shouldn't go. But obviously, doesn't matter, which means we can go everywhere.
I know, maybe
What
we
up?
should just go everywhere. Lyra makes a very good point. You know what? We should test it out. Lyra, you and me, let's go. And he certainly has now started drinking heavily.
Yeah, sure, yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. Come on. Let's explore this garden of his. He holds his arm as if to like you have yours kind of like cradle in there if you'd want to.
I do not.
And he pretends like he's just stretching after that. All right, where should we go? Looks like maybe some Geigans to party with, huh?
Oh, no, I wanted to get into shit. If you want to go party, you could go party.
No, we can get into shit. Yeah, that sounds good. What do you want to do? Fight some of them? I know some of the best ways.
No, we're not gonna fight anybody.
Right. Then what are we doing? What do you mean getting into shit? Like, what shit are we getting into?
Like, his stuff. Like, the stuff that's off limits. Like,
Wouldn't
his
that all
room.
be in the temple then? He probably
don't
keeps
know.
it in this little man purse that he has.
Hey, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. This might be new to you,
Uh-huh.
but, like, getting into people's stuff first involves finding out where the stuff is. That's part of
Let's
the
go look for
getting
this
into
stuff. All right, people,
stuff.
start looking. And he kind of like starts to like walk around. There's like some drawers on the side. He kind of like just pulls open randomly. You're like, oh, yeah, nope, that's silverware. What kind of shit are we looking for? Like, what are we looking for? You see, meanwhile, by the way, Val is just pinching her nose bridge so hard, so frustrated by the entire display, and just like kind of shaking her head a little bit to herself.
I can't work under these conditions.
Mateo leans over towards Yarj and she's just like, I can't believe that those were our gods. for so long. I mean, I knew they had their faults. I mean, they're gods. But wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot, and there's a lot more.
Oh. Maybe we could just run away together. Can you turn into a dragon now?
I don't think so. No.
Oh.
No, and I wouldn't
You
want
see
to
his
anyway because
crestfallen face a little bit. It's definitely excited to see a dragon form.
yeah, I also wouldn't want to. I don't think dragons are exactly welcome here.
Right. That's true. But we could fly fast enough; they would never know. Or we can walk to the beach first, and then,
Sure.
Okay.
I love to walk to the beach. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. Do you remember that one time we went?
Yes.
You introduced me to beach glass. I thought it was a lie.
Yes.
There's no such thing as beach glass. But then,
Yeah, and then we found it and it was smooth, and it also is different colors.
I still can't believe that you got me that necklace. I mean, yes, it was pretty, but all pink. I'm a bit more in the muted scheme.
I know, but I mean, I think it suited you. Pink, it goes well with your eyes, as we always know that pink goes well with brown eyes, and yeah, it does, Lyra.
Sala looks up towards you, Brissa, and she kind of smells at the potion. Are you going to drink it, Mama?
Bottoms up. She'll just
Plunk.
chug it back.
Blook, blook, blook as the golden liquid disappears. Yana, you look over towards Brissa, and you are reminded of every single time that Brissa has ever made an oath. As they were given a potion bottle, immediately uncorked it, and drank it down without a second thought.
Boy, she's just all in on everything.
That she is, Vala says to you.
Do you want to deliver the eulogy, or should I? Because we all know it's going to happen eventually.
I think that is your responsibility now. After all, aren't you, I don't know, maybe grand academic second in command of Mitros or something?
I don't think so.
Well, you probably should be. I can't believe she didn't raise you to that position.
I don't want to be in charge of anything.
That's fair. That is fair. And I certainly understand that. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to know about Kryn?
Do you miss it?
I want to say that I miss simpler times when I was a young dragon and things weren't so hard, but the dragon wars were hard. The strife that Takisis caused upon my land was hard. So coming here, if anything, I suppose is familiar. I think what I miss is not having to bear the burden of the world upon my shoulders, or at least telling myself that I do. Maybe that is the trick, huh? Maybe I should just realize that it is not, that I am just a small dragon in a very large world.
I mean, you had plenty of practice being a big player in a kind of smallish world, I guess, so...
I prefer this.
Yeah.
I like being small.
You know, I do too.
You know, I always liked you, Yanni. Probably best, but don't you dare tell the others that. I will deny it.
I wouldn't dream of it.
She kind of looks over towards Daphne, who is being helped up now by Sala, kind of like,
oh, you're okay. Mama gets that way too sometimes. She drinks a lot of wine. She calls it mama juice. And she says, oh, I'm fine. No, stay off of me. Acastus, I'm going to make you swear getting the trash out again. And, you know, it's okay. You'll be okay. You'll feel better in the morning.
Thanks. Thank you.
Did you
Thanks.
do it? Yes, I don't see that.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I was there for that. I know that he's a...
Yeah, you know that.
I know.
Well, no, you weren't there. You weren't there
There's
for that. We
nothing.
kind of lost you before. But yes, we did it. We did it.
Oh, that's
Your
right. I
mama
didn't know
was-
that. You did it. That is
This was
amazing.
very brave. And did you drink any? Sila, did you sneak any?
They're golden bottles. What did you expect me to do? Mama has let me have some before. She said it was in her own private property in the palace. And you know, who are the centurions to tell me that I'm too young? I'm a dragon. Right.
Like pat her head and just dignity's been like thrown down a couple notches with being pushed down, and she's just like, all right, here's a bedroom. Like, daddy issues is getting drunk over there. I have my own daddy issues getting drunk, so we're just gonna
Brissa, as you finish the potion, at first you feel like it is a warm sensation, not burning, but warm, kind of going down to your esophagus, into your stomach, and starting to radiate into the rest of you. The rest of you watch as Sila's skin begins to glow golden. Her hair that was already blonde now seems to almost be like gold, like strands of literal gold coming out of her head. And you can see her eyes shine almost upon you. The scales stretch across further and further, stretching across her arms into her fingertips, rippling almost. Wounds and scars, the scars that you all know kind of like peek out where she was torn in half by a Cerberus, seem to disappear. Perfectly pristine skin. Somehow a fuller body. She somehow stands almost an inch a little bit taller. Something has transformed in Brissa. And Brissa, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Are you suddenly good at this?
No.
Oh, you're not bad.
That's good.
A feeling of power overwhelms you, Brissa, and you're like, oh, and there's just like these flashes of energy that seem to just kind of come off of you, raw mana that's kind of like just like almost like solar flares being expulsed from your body as they kind of like washing forth, and you feel invigorated in a way that you never have before.
Bristol just be like, let's go fight something. Or I'm ready. Do you guys feel ready? Do you guys
Oh,
want
no,
to?
Daphne, she had one too many mama juices. She always gets this.
Brissa, go lay down. You're drunk.
I haven't drinking any alcohol. Just you know, he just gave me some golden juice.
Uh-huh. Let's think about this a second. You drank golden juice and now you're drunk. Go to sleep.
I don't really feel drunk. I feel like I could like, I don't know, just lift something really heavy. But
Did you get taller?
Haven't you always been able to lift heavy stuff?
I mean, that's true. But you know how like after like a good workout, like you just like feel like you're even stronger.
Oh no, workout? Gross. Ugh.
It feels like that, but like times 100.
Well, you should try lifting something. You should try lifting the table.
I was gonna say the table too.
Wow.
We'll go out underneath the table and try and lift it.
I lay on the table.
You easily lift it. I mean, you did before. But you
Yeah.
can see that the biceps are bigger, the triceps are popping more, the traps are just even more defined. I mean, damn, what a specimen. That's such a weird thing to say. I'm so sorry.
So
Darian.
put the table back down.
As the table is set back down, the air is kind of rushing by and the light is just shining. The chariot kind of slows down a little bit and it's kind of drifting now, where before as you were moving by it was definitely hard to shout over, and it kind of gets a little bit down. Your hair is just like kind of like in a messy mess all around your face. And how tall is Darian?
You're at like 5'8", 5'9",
So
above
like-
average.
So like over a foot taller than you. He kind of just like,
Yeah.
your head kind of like right at his chest level.
I was thinking it's probably at the nipple height.
Like right between the two, I would say. It's like this is kind of what's going on here.
That's why I said they can't hurt me.
as his arms are kind of just wrapped around you there, not like around you, but like on the
No.
sides, holding the reins. He just goes, "The world is so much more beautiful from up here."
It is. I've never seen it from this high before. It's so much bigger.
Wow, Jason. Fucking horny jail. My
Sorry.
God.
Are you about to fuck Helios in this
Ignore
chair?
me.
If it happens,
He's
it
looking
happens.
behind.
Shut up.
Wow.
We've already sealed the deal, Darian. We don't.
Listen, whatever I need to do to get this chariot.
She's
You know
been
what?
around
You
me
get
too
it,
long.
Queen.
She's
You
been
get
around
it.
me too long.
Oh, man.
back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm gonna change my word. It's so expansive from up here. I used
No, you're not
I used
making
one
it
of the
better.
words.
You're not making it better. Just take it as it is. It's fine.
Okay, I said what I said. Straight faced. Did not laugh at it.
It is. And to think that it is such a small speck in the cosmos at large. But it is our cosmos, our land, our piece of island.
I think Darian will turn so she's looking up at him. Shut up. I didn't express myself well before. I still get flustered around my friends because I'm new. And they understand all of this so much more than I do, but I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told them yet.
What is that?
I don't think that they needed me when we took on Sidon. I did nothing to him. I did nothing. It was a paper cut. And what I've learned is that if I'm going to be of use to them, if I am going to be who they need me to be, I need more, but not. I don't want more power. I don't want to become a god. I need things that will let me help and do damage to defeat our enemies. And I think this is something that I need. And I point to the chariot.
Very forward of you. He kind of looks down as you guys are just like doing the whole like looking up down at each other. You kind of cross your arms too, like looking up at him. You're just like, and there's a smile in that like defiant stance of yours. Mm-hmm. Make me a persuasion check with advantage, Darian. Actually, straight because you are drunk.
It's an 11.
It looks at you, smile kind of cocked. One arm is still kind of like flexing as it holds the 4 horses kind of in rein. The second one kind of like grasp the chariot on your side now.
You can have my DM inspiration.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use it.
So just
I don't
at
want
the-
to have to sleep with
just
this guy.
at the-
Oh no! It was that
All right,
one.
well, I tried.
He throws you off the
appreciate
chariot. I'm just kidding. He kind of looks at you, considering for a second. He says, "Maybe the reason that you feel like you did not belong, though you contributed with your mere presence, with the way that you make others feel at ease and bolstered, just by you being you. Something that you need to recognize in yourself. I'm willing to
Hard.
consider this request further on 2 conditions, Darien, Queen of Themis.
I'm listening.
First, you will cease asking me to take this artifact immediately. Are we understood?
Okay.
Good. Second, we will continue your lessons when you can actually fly the chariot. It is more limited when a human, or not a gold dragon, attunes to it. You will only be able to fly during the day, when the light shines upon it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're going to give this to me tomorrow morning.
I will give you lessons in the morning, yes.
Oh. Okay.
This I will give to you so that you are ready for when you need to use the chariot in an actual combat scenario.
I can accept that deal. So, before we go back, though, this is a little bit silly, but I've been kind of thinking about it the entire ride. I have this helmet that when I put it on, it's completely dark, and I don't know what this looks like. Is it like...
You see a smile spread across his face like, huh. But there's only one way to find out.
Okay, cool. And I put the helmet on, and I'm just...
Okay. As per the thing, non-magical light will not pierce it. The magical darkness is not dispelled by light from magical effects. Some must say that the distinct language on that one is going to trump the light, so immediately around it, the light is just... and it's just like a flying darkness. That only affects the chariot portion of it. The Pegasi is still visible in the front.
Okay. And I'll just... After figuring that out, I'll take the helmet off, and I'll be like... Kind of cool, right?
That is a very terrifying piece of equipment.
Yeah.
You do pull it off, though. You look very regal.
Thank you. Now, we should probably head back. I'm going to admit I'm exhausted, and I'm...
Okay, one more. As he kind of like leans forward a little bit, kind of like gently turning you back around, putting both arms back on the hands back on the reins, and whoosh, as you guys whoosh, just fly off and start to circle in a wide loop around the island.
Tyrion leans back just a little bit, like not fully her full weight, but she like definitely pretends like, oh, they like a little bit of G-force pushes her back a little bit, and she doesn't readjust right away.
As
That horsepower, man.
G-forces, golden potions, and reunifications of the good and bad variety are enacting upon you this evening. You all ultimately find your way to sleeping chambers below the temple. You see that each of them has a nice bed made for you, blankets laid atop, wash basins, water carafes, Do you spend the evening here upon the Garden of Helios to rest up and recover before returning to Mitros? You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I would like to. I'm for sure going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have like our items back though that we left? Because like I don't like being away from my hammer and armor for too long. So, just saying.
That's valid.
I think I would ask Yanni and Valis what they want to do. Because I know Yanni could take us to Mitros now, right? But if Yanni leaves without me, I no longer have a way to get there. So I guess I would ask Yanni if he wants to stay here or not.
I mean, if that's what everybody else wants to do, it's fine. It's not like I can do much by myself.
Do we think Mitros is going to be fine without us?
We know that we know the fighting had stopped, right?
The fighting had not stopped. It's just that the actual... So the assault upon the city by the Titans and Sidonian forces seems to have ceased, yes. But there's now looting in the streets. There seems
Just
to be
ruckus. General tomfoolery.
civil unrest is certainly coursing. The king is dead. The queen is gone. You know, you don't know the state of the Centurion forces currently. Like, the city's absolutely in chaos. But what that means...
I think Brissa has a duty to return.
I was going to say that, and my daughter is there, so I mean, I can just go, and you guys can come in the morning, or you guys could come with too. It's
I mean, I think if anybody's going to go back, we should probably all go.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can still find somewhere to sleep off all this, Titan killing exhaustion and whatnot.
Darren, I saw you speak up, so I'm going to assume that you and Nipples are back too.
Oh my god.
No. God, no.
Not a gold dragon be reduced to the name Nipples.
I've never played
You know
Vampire
what?
before because this is peak D&D.
Oh my god, Darian survives all of this. Hey guys, it's me and Nipples coming to visit.
That's gonna be his
I brought a
name behind his
casserole.
back. It's like he's your husband. Nope, Nipples.
Yeah. I guess the question is, if we're going back, we're not sleeping anytime soon. We're gonna have to help get things under control.
Are you sure this is wise? You have just fought a god.
Yeah, that would be my main concern, is that we definitely need to sleep.
I also feel like if we go back and we have 4 dragons with us that are massive, I feel like that would calm the people down and to stop rioting.
That's valid.
So are we also just going to bring out the fact that the gods were dragons?
I mean, or they could just
That's
they
their
could just be
decision.
dragons beforehand.
That's their decision to make.
Oh yeah, I guess everyone still thinks they're dead too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They don't have to go there as gods, though. They can just go there as someone else.
dragons. But we know a few of the gods are still alive. And aren't they on top of that mountain right outside of Mitros?
They're where the Colosseum used to be. I also keep thinking they're on the mountain. They are not on the mountain.
Okay.
No, they are on the mountain. The Colosseum was on the mountain.
Oh, I thought the Colosseum was its own little place.
Yes, it was on the mountain.
Oh, God. Why do I live here?
So if we show up, and we show up with any sort of threat, is that going to draw their ire?
Guess we don't really know.
We don't
There's only
know.
one way to find out. Just by doing it.
Do we all
Could
feel
find
ready?
out after a full res.
Yanni can just send me back, and I can spend the evening just, hopefully not, coming down the streets, and you guys don't have to, you guys can rest. Sounds like, you really want to rest.
And I can get the rest of us there in the morning. If Yanni wanted to stay there with Brissa, offer some counsel and support if she needs any of it.
I mean, I don't desperately need to sleep. Everyone else probably does, but
If shit gets hurt by my chakrams, then I'm fine. I'm fine. We can go now.
Are you feeling alright to go now?
I'll sober up real quick if we start fighting things.
Darian, give me your keys.
I mean, hopefully it shouldn't lead into a fight. We're going to be dealing with civilians, so please don't throw your chakrams at anyone.
Right.
What about the looters?
Punch him on the side of the head and knock him out. No.
But don't start with that though. Probably.
Yeah.
I can do the blunt side, the non-lethal side. I'll do that.
That works. That works.
I'll toggle to non-lethal and we'll be fine.
If the plan is just calming civil unrest, I feel I am unfortunately okay at doing that.
Unfortunately,
I don't like talking to large groups of people.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
You're the most charismatic person here.
Right? Okay.
You're perfect. Why do you have to have? What?
The last time I gave
You're
a speech,
incredible.
Kyra died.
No, that's fair.
Do we have enough that everybody could go back with us tonight? We have a bunch of people.
Yeah, as long as nobody dawdles when I open the portal.
Oh, right, it would be a circle. Right.
Helios looks towards you, Darian. I could bring the chariot the long way. It will take some time, but it will not fit through this, I believe.
Oh yeah, do you need to stay for any reason, Darian, involving the chariot? Is there any reason you should stay here?
No, it's you guys come first. Chariot can
Well.
wait.
Oh,
You guys are just gonna have some no, I should go with you, and then when we have a moment to breathe, I can practice. Yes, if you can join us when things are calm, that might be better. Is just really wondering, would people freak out if they saw your son, Brissa?
You know what? Yeah, they might, but we can find a cloak.
You, by the way, look over to where he is. He has taken some of the tablecloth and kind of pulled it off the table, gently pushing the food aside. And it's across 3 different chairs, kind of curled up, multiple of the arms kind of curled around him. He's just sleeping there. Totally passed out.
Yeah, we could find a cloak to just
We can just throw a bed sheet over top of him.
shelter him for, but we could use the tablecloth really, and just fasten it at the top, and we can have that right, Helios. It's fine. Tablecloth.
That's it. He just sighs.
Sounds like a guess to me.
Till we get him, fixed.
He does still just have one eye, but I guess we're ignoring that part.
I mean, he also has 6 arms. I feel like it's, you know what? It's fine. We'll protect him. It'll be good. I just was
How about
thinking
when-
Helios could bring him on the chariot.
It could. It would take some time.
Oh, I don't think we'll leave him here.
No.
I'm not going to leave him again.
Okay. I love this new side of you, Brissa. So protective. So...
If nothing else, Velos could keep an eye on him. I'm sure if she just is in charge of him.
Oh, right. That does bring up the question of whether or not everyone's going to be people-sized when we get there.
Marble. I found something! Lyra, I found something! And you see Pitor just kind of come up.
I forgot that's what we were doing.
Downstairs towards that. And he's just waving this leather, little journal back and forth. I think I found his personal journal! Oh, you're back. Haha, I found your secrets. And Helios just shakes his head. You ruffled through my things. And he looks towards you, Lyra.
That's very brazen of you, Pitor.
What? No, you were doing it too. You just started talking about other things and I kind of got bored and I did my own thing.
I've been here with everyone else the whole time.
Exactly. I had to do it on my own because you're like, oh, we need to get into some shit. And I was like, oh, let's fight some things. And then, you're like, no, not fighting. The boring stuff where we do spy shit. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. And I found the journal. All right, now let's find out what your secrets are. And he kind of undoes the leather wrap around and it just starts to leaf through it. What is this? Bunch of... You keeping track of who married who? This is so weird. You keeping track of your Geigens like livestock? What is this?
Oh.
Yes, I did. I wanted to avoid incest while still growing their numbers. I needed to make sure that the genealogy wasn't going to turn into a circle.
Well, we got rid of that already. We cut that out.
Yes, I wanted to avoid further mistakes of Sidonian proportions.
That's fair.
Okay, but kind of weird, so... Alright, where's the dirty secrets? Come on, Lyra, help me out, read this!
Check the back. They're usually in the back. The good stuff they
times.
usually start from the end and go backwards because people always start from the beginning.
You knew we were coming? I knew that someone was going to come. Sidon would never spy upon me the way that you did, or send me the carcass of a very famous gold dragon. I knew that Brissa would at the very least arrive upon the island. I had your beds made. I gave you time to look through the temple. Why else do you think I took this one on a joyride? I wanted you to have the time to snoop and sniff and find what you may. I hope you find yourself satisfied. If you need more time, I can sleep outside of the temple this evening. Make yourselves comfortable. It is yours. Is that what you need, Pitor, so that your ego is satisfied? Is that how you will feel like a man? Or do we need to fight? Do you need to sweat and bleed? Do I need to ram your neck into the ground? Do I need to show you who's the bigger dragon? And Peter's just like...
I knew it was wrong, sister. We should have come here. We should have killed him.
No, we shouldn't have. And she stands up. Actually, so quickly, the chair kind of... That's behind her.
And you need to stop. I am so tired of your small-mindedness. Stop compensating. And start thinking. Stop. stop thinking with your dick and start thinking with your head. You imbecile. Give him his journal. Go to your room. Sleep, you fucking idiot. Our mother would be ashamed. And you already know how our father felt about you. And you can see the color just kind of bleaches from Peter's face. And there's just sweat building across his forehead. Ah! And he throws the journal towards Helios's feet as it kind of comes to a stop. And he just like walks over, throws over some of the stuff that is on the table, waking up little Esther. Mama. And he kind of comes over and just kind of like tries to kind of sleep on one of his arms, kind of hugging you at the same time. And you hear Peter just descend down the stairs again. I'm sorry, Helios. We haven't seen eye to eye in many things, but I apologize for my brother's behavior. No need. I understand why he hates me. He is a young pup still. He has much to learn. And it is a shame that, well, he had only Vulcan and I to look up to in his formative years. It is our fault. He could have turned out better if we had been better role models, better fathers. And he says the last word. He looks over towards Scylla. Don't try to fly the chariot tonight. He kind of points at you, Darian, and gives you a wink. Gives a little squeeze on Valis' shoulder. And then walks out of the temple, leaving.
I guess we're staying here tonight.
You can do whatever you think is best. I will have to babysit my brother at the very least, and I would be more than happy to protect the future heir of Mitros as well, if that's what you would like, Brisa.
I'm not letting him out of my sight. No offense. Trust you, but...
That is absolutely
Like a
understood.
complete 180. It's only been like 24 hours.
She has Scylla back. Oh.
She
all
lost her
grown.
actual child, and now she knows what it's like. Yeah.
Well, I know we should probably go and help out Mitros, but maybe is there like a good library here or anything? Like, I'm just thinking if there's a way to reverse what's happened to your son. Maybe there's information here. It's about a bunch of... I don't know. I don't read. Well, I do read. I actually read very well.
Glad you clarified.
That entire train of thought was out loud, too.
Yeah.
I don't read. Oh wait, last year I read 200 books.
I do
Scratch.
read a lot. I just don't talk about what I read a lot.
Does it involve chariots in the night?
It will soon. New category.
Mile High Club.
So are we going or not? I think we need to decide.
I think Brissa wants to. Valis wants to. Yanni will do whatever everyone else decides. Argenti wants to stay.
Well, I will also go along with whatever the rest of us decide. I think out of all of us, Brissa absolutely must go. It is her responsibility, and only she can quell the bloodthirst or whatever is happening over there. So,
Brissa, I'll join you as well.
I mean, Yanni can just send me. You guys don't all have to go, too. But yeah, I appreciate you coming down. Right.
I can help too.
I will say, I think whoever goes, I don't think they should expect a night's rest.
Yes, I would agree. I think it will be
I mean, My mother's fighting there. I can't leave her. I'm not. I wouldn't be sleeping well, anyways. So.
I don't really need to sleep.
All right, it sounds like we're going. So,
Yeah.
if you want to start drawing up the circle, and then we can gather our things.
Okay.
And then put on
Gather
our
our
armor.
people.
Yep.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Is everybody ready? Has everyone accepted the
Right.
travel?
So Valis is staying here.
No, I'd be
With-
more than willing to go with you if I'm not protecting.
Oh, that's true. I guess Peter can just get there on his own.
No, let
I
me
wish-
get him. I don't want to leave him here.
Yeah, that'd
Sure.
probably
Looks
be
towards you,
bad,
Daphne.
actually.
Yeah,
want
we
to
probably shouldn't.
Come help me.
I don't know what I would say, but sure. Sure. You're
Sure.
probably gonna have to do most of the talking.
I think I've said enough already. This is the reason that I might need your help.
Oh no.
As the two of you descend down the stairs, you hear crashing, cracking of wood. Malaka. As you guys walk down the hallway, you round the corner, and Peter has gone through multiple of the rooms and just trashed, like breaking the beds, breaking the furniture. Just like, "Oh, fucking idiot. He thinks he's... What do you want, huh? Kind of talking at Valis. We're going to Mitro's brother, and you need to come with us. The fuck I do? I don't have to do anything. I am finally free of oaths. I'm finally free of every obligation that you, mother, father, and everyone has put upon me for so long. Do you understand me? I understand your brother, but you need to understand us. And she kind of looks towards you, Daphne. You can tell that her anger is... she's a pressure
great.
pot about to blow.
Hitor, I know you finally feel free, but you need to step up.
What do you mean, step up? I'm the only one who is willing to step up.
By destroying one man's furniture. That's heroic.
No, by looking for the secret he is clearly hiding, so that
Maybe
you can
he's
fall into
not.
his trap, like they always do. All these people like you, Valus, that just do your machinations, your little intrigue game, stabbing each other in the back, huh?
Peter, we're not talking about her right now, we're talking about you.
So what, I destroyed some furniture? He's clearly a god here. He can make them make more. He says he's rescued the guy. Guess he just turned them into slaves. Oh, he's so great now just because he's 7 feet tall and has nipples that can... whatever. It's ridiculous.
I really hope that's not jealousy. We're not going to focus on that part. Why do you want him to be the bad guy?
Because he is the bad guy. He was in charge of all of us. Even mother, even father. He was above them all. He was Astorian's companion. He was our mentor. He was the one who showed us the right way. And I don't accept that he gets to be forgiven. He gets to be fine after what he made us do. But I am the bad guy. I am the one who fucked up in every way. I am the one who committed war crimes on his command. I am the one who became impotent with powerlessness. I am the one who... And he just kind of like sits down on the bed that didn't get destroyed. I'm just the one who just couldn't
get his mind out of it, who wasn't shell shock. But I had to be a king, and I had to be a god. And I was supposed to be everything, and I couldn't tell people the truth. The way you look at me now, I know you don't want to feel sorry for me. I don't want you to feel sorry for me either. I just want to be right for once. To be good. To be the hero. That was my future. That was my promise. That was what I was supposed to do. My destiny. And instead, my legacy is what's that I'm a drunkard. And once they know that I was no god, that I killed the Gigans, but Helios, he will become a true god. He gets to be above it all, wash himself clean and shine golden. I will never get your forgiveness, will I? But he already has. And yours too, sister. I never said that.
Yeah, our family's pretty fucked.
Yes, it is. That is something we can agree on.
So yeah, I'm pretty pissed at you. I've always been pretty bitter.
Join the legions.
Yeah.
Ugh, you sound like her. Listen, can we get to the part where you're going to tell me that I need to shape up and I need to be better because people look up to me? Listen, I've gone through this 100 times with Anora already. Like, just...
Well, you're not going to be able to hear it from Anora anymore.
What do you mean? What happened? And he stands
Anora...
up. What happened?
So there's the cult of Kedamane.
What?
And during Rhodus's wedding, they attacked.
Rhodus got...
Yeah,
Who
Rhodus
did he
got
marry?
married. Corinna?
Yeah. I was wondering if he was going to settle on her. She's a good choice. Kind of an obvious one, but Anora was definitely trying to make that happen, so...
And she did. And they took her.
Who?
And they turned
who's
her...
this cult of Kentamani? Who's in charge? What? Did you investigate?
We don't know!
Why did you not...
We're trying to find that out.
So what happened to her? They have her right now? Where is she? I'm going to get there now. Fuck Mitros. Where is my daughter? Where is she? And Valis just like puts a hand on your shoulder, squeezes and kind of like goes up. This is your fucking daughter, you malaka. And Anora is dead because you weren't there to protect her. And he barfs. Just like onto the bed, kind of away from you guys.
Thank God it's not a recreation of the last time she had a chat with Peter.
No. Need to bring her back. We will resurrect her. Get yourself together.
She was turned into a Medusa.
What? She broke an
a
oath?
monster. Mm-mm. No, they did it. The cult did.
How? But
and we think there's ties to Moxana. I'm giving you all this information because you are a hell of a killer. And I know somewhere in there still is someone who is willing to fight in a smart way.
The bed frame cracks as his hands just like
squeeze them so tightly. And you can see the bloodshot eyes looking at you, draconian in appearance, his golden brown hair matted against him with sweat and puke. And he looks almost feral in that moment. I will kill her. Fucking Moxena, I will tear everything that she cares about apart. I will make life unbearable for her.
She is Darian's kill. You can help us.
Oh, she's Darian's kill, huh?
Well, considering Moxena was the one that killed her mother and disemboweled her before turning her to stone, if I'm understanding that correctly. Yeah. Yeah.
And who are you to tell me anything, huh? And Valis now gets between the two of you. And she puts
The two are...
in his chest. You will address her with respect, you drunken fool.
It's okay, Valis.
He lifts his hand and is about to backhand Valis.
Oh, hell no.
What do you do?
Like, I think, because she's also drunk, because she was about to say, out of the 3 out of us, 2 of us are drunk here, and I'm thinking better than you. She's gonna, like, pounce him.
Alright.
Like, just leap forward and just try to, like, shove him into the bed.
Get it.
This is how we solve daddy issues. We just find our father.
Yeah, go to make me an acrobatics check or athletics check, your choice. And he will make one too.
Oh
With
boy.
disadvantage for both of you since you're drunk.
Aye. Okay. Can't, suddenly, no, I'm out of my...
But Daphne, you're not strong, Daphne.
No, but I am...
Drunk.
Acrobatic? Oh my god!
Oh,
Not
no.
one. Well, if I take the hit anyways, that's fine.
You do have a DM inspiration if you'd like use it, just to throw that out there as well.
Yeah, I'll use it. Because this is just an embarrassing moment otherwise.
Much
better.
better.
So much better. Nat 1 to a 19.
Okay. The DC was precisely 19 because that is what you
fuck.
needed in order to beat him. As you kind of like barely step in, kind of like get in between Valis, who also kind of like was starting to turn into a dragon as the hand came in. He himself, like you can see a draconic hand starting to back in. You can see the bronze scales kind of shining through as they're about to hit. You just grab him, wrap his wrist around, throw him backwards, and like Krav Maga style, just like suddenly are around him. Your left arm goes around his neck and starts to squeeze. Hey, your knees already in this low of his back as you pin him down. Just like, and he's just like gurgling there. So he's like trying to fight you off, but you have a perfect pin on him.
I think she's gonna like try to hold him there. You need to breathe. I'm not gonna let go until you start breathing.
And Valis just kind of steps up towards you, breathing deeply, and you can see her scales are also kind of receding a little bit. And he keeps fighting, struggling. And you can see that he begins to cry as he struggles, tears dripping onto the floor, mixing with some of his blood.
I think she starts to cry too, honestly. Like, this is so messed up. This is such a messed up moment, but she's like still gonna... You need to pull yourself together.
Make me a persuasion check. With advantage, it makes it a straight roll.
Yeah. Oh boy. Charisma bonus doesn't do anything. It's a little bit. But... Oh, another 19. Okay, we'll take it.
The DC for this one was 20.
Okay. That's fair.
And you watch your biological father struggle, almost turn into a dragon. But before he can, he goes unconscious.
Oh. Did I get dead?
Drool and sweat just kind of like on the floor. As Valis goes over, lifts his legs and kind of shakes them out, and the breathing starts to return again. Let's leave him here.
He's no use to us. Not like this. You deserved so much better, and nothing will ever change that. I'm sorry that we weren't there, and we did not claim you.
Nobody gave a damn about me until I proved. And I hate that I empathize with him in that.
Do you remember the woman that your fiancé slept with?
No, obviously. It's just...
I do. And I remember the other three. They call me the goddess of wisdom. They did call me the goddess of wisdom, but I can be just as petty as my siblings. It was interesting that though they came from noble families, they could not make any match happen for a while, or find employ, but instead ultimately found themselves to be lowly barmaids, cleaning latrines.
But what about him? I mean...
Oh, he somehow found that most of his paintings disappeared, besmirched. Did you wonder who would buy his paintings for this much gold? Oh, it turned out it was a little operation owned by his father under a pseudonym. It was the only reason that it appeared like he was still making gold. He was a failure in every single way. And even the pieces that were good, the ones of you, I had them recovered. They're in the secret
Thought I burned them
stash.
up.
And if you ever want them, you can have them. I have such a stash for each of his children. I kept an eye on all of you, and I get that was not enough. I hoped that he would eventually come to his senses and become the man he should have been.
But what about those that were in Aresia? I mean, their bodies.
I didn't know. Aresia was out of my purview. I had spies there, but they just reported that they were missing, and I did fear the worst, but not the worst. Queen Helen was a monster, but I suppose that was no surprise considering her line.
This is all so garbage. No offense, I really appreciate it, but right now, Brissa needs us, and anything that's going on here can wait. It's waited for 30 years. It can wait longer.
As Valis just puts a foot on his chest.
We're going, you coming?
No. Get your foot off of me. She steps back as she gets up and dusts himself off. Kind of smears some of the, puke off of his beard. Fucking hate the hangover. Alright, let's just fucking go then. He kind of shoulders past Valis and kind of gives you a look. Kind of hangs his head and then just walks around you.
He's not drunk anymore after passing out. Why did I get that?
They have fast metabolisms. He had to drink quite a bit to get that drunk in the first place.
Damn.
And he puked most of it back up, so.
Damn, I don't really want to do that.
Helios is cleaning that up. I am not. I am so done doing what people expect of me too. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Returning to you is a even worse for wear looking Peter, as well as Daphne and Valis. Yanni, you have
Are we already?
finished the circle for the most part, as you kind of like just waiting for them to come to draw the last rune. He kind of goes over, drinks some water, kind of splashes his face, washes his off. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Are we all ready now? Everybody here? All aboard that's going aboard? Aye.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
this thing.
With that, the energy of the magic circle flashes. And you're connecting to which magic circle in particular?
As far as I know, the only one I have in Mitros is the Academy.
All right. Activates and you guys run through one by one, waking up Esther, kind of running after you guys into the teleportation circle as well. And that is where we're going to take a quick break. See you guys here shortly. So much trauma. Trauma. And with that, we are back. The magic of the teleportation circle creates a gate as you all rush through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of you able to pass through one by one, from Esther's son to Daphne's father. And ultimately, you find yourself in a partially, mostly collapsed building. Burning immediately, just like the scent of parchment on fire hits your nostrils, Yanni, and immediately you realize that the academy is ablaze. As you guys all step out, kind of like cramping into the space. Sorry, Yanni, go ahead.
We gotta get out of here.
Smoke kind of immediately pushes up against you guys. You're like, kind of like making your way through. Who's the best Pathfinder that you guys got? Like survival.
Probably Darian.
Tower
Yeah, we're not talking about Pathfinder, David. No one cares about Pathfinder.
I wasn't going to go there. It seems to be on your mind, though. We can talk more if you want.
You keep sending me videos about it.
Again, I mean, I wasn't the one who brought Pathfinder 2nd Edition, a very interesting system that some people should definitely check out. No, it was you guys. I mean, thank you for bringing it up. Paizo products are really, really great.
Not
Darian,
sponsored.
Darren, you're drunk. Go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage, please.
Drunk.
I heard advantage.
Disadvantage.
I forgot you were drunk. Fuck me.
We could have left this off, but no, the city's on fire.
This
211.
Damn.
Wow.
Same, either way.
I know where to go, guys.
You're making
Never been here before.
As you guys are kind of pushing through, kind of coughing, you are able to kind of go underneath the wall behind you is kind of completely collapsed as you kind of go into the academy proper. You hear the screams of people still dying in there. You hear I can't do the Hans dying sound that is so popular in so many different games that it's fantastic. I love it every single time when people use it. But it's like you hear someone dying, clearly an academic, by the way that they kind of squeak as they die rather than like a very warrior death. You know how you give them a warrior death A, warrior death B, warrior death C, and it's like you have to put the accent into the death as well. But as you kind of going through there, as you're navigating through, Yanni, you actually with your passive perception spot something kind of moving in the smoke and in the fog of this entire situation. You see centurions in the color of Mitros, kind of shuffling almost like. In their arms, you can see are scrolls and scroll cases, kind of just bunched up as they're kind of like shuffling out of the building. And outside, you can hear a voice yell, "Faster, you imbeciles! Bring it here!" Darian, roll me a D100.
Just to torture me.
Yep.
Divine
Yep.
intervention.
Yep.
Oh my god, Elena, I hate this for you.
Not only divine intervention, but divine
Twice.
intervention the soonest you would be able to roll it.
Twice I rolled divine interventions in this game, but
I think this is a sign Darian just needs to.
Die and become a
Respect.
cleric. Yeah.
Yep.
I believe in Helios. He's my
No.
You worship
Whoa.
My life for the sun.
The god of nipples.
I heard that, Alex.
They have little sunbursts around them. But as you guys are kind of pushing through, Darian, you are able to get them through safely, kind of avoiding some of the most intense fire, but the problem becomes smoke inhalation. I need everyone to make me a con saving throw, please.
Is it advantage or disadvantage?
Just straight. That's just for
Straight.
saves.
But David, I can hold my
I'm
breath
good.
for so long.
If you can hold your breath, then you are immune from this. How long can you hold your breath for?
An hour.
Okay, yeah, then you're good.
It's one of the siren things. It's one of the siren things. I never use it.
Yanni and Daphne. Whoa.
I'm in the lead, so I'm choking on all the smoke, so you guys are fine.
Oh no. Darian.
Oh, it sucks here. We should have swapped. Shit fucked.
Alrighty, you effectively, as everybody else kind of like rushes through or is able for the most part to kind of get past it. Does anybody want to give Darian Demon Inspiration to?
I don't have one.
Okay. Darian, you kind of like.
Oh yeah, you can have mine. I didn't realize I had one.
Do you accept it?
Go ahead,
Elena?
try again.
Yeah, 15.
All right. A 15 is the DC, so that is good news.
Thank God.
The bad news is there is someone who failed, and that, of course, is Estor. As usually, Mama, Mama, kind of going through. Oh, actually, I need you to roll a con save for Scylla too. I almost forgot about her.
This is the thingy. I'm just posting it so you know I'm not lying.
I trust you most of the time. Damn. All right, everybody but Estor is good. As you guys finally get out of the burning building, you see that a lot of crates and metallic boxes have been carried out of the building, and some of them were pried open, rummaged through. Some scrolls, like lower spell scrolls, kind of discarded to the side, Yanni. In fact, not only discarded, but sometimes even piled and purposely lit on fire. It seems like whoever it was that ended up very clearly looting through the academy, searching for something, wanted to also make sure that whatever would be recoverable would be of little value to Mitros.
We see this person since we heard their voice.
By the time that you guys make it out of the house, no. You like barely saw the Centurions through some flame. You wouldn't have been able to make it through. As you kind of like finally make your way out of the building on like a different exit point, there's no sign of the Centurions or the people.
Did any of us recognize it?
No.
All right, well, I think, the best course of action is to spread out, help as many people as we can, restore order, and, try to get people to calm down. And then if we see something, we can call the others to each other. What do you guys think?
Is there like a central point we should send them to? Do we know any place that's not currently on fire?
As you look across Mitros, the fields are thankfully completely untouched by fire, which is just nice.
Thank God.
Can you imagine if the fields haven't been? Ugh.
Oh,
Should
go ahead.
No, I was saying, should we pair up? Or do we want to go off on... I feel like we should pair up.
Buddy system.
Yeah, buddy system sounds good.
Maybe like one charismatic person with one non-charismatic person.
I think that's a good idea.
Valus goes, wait, you said that my sister is here, yes?
Oh yeah, somewhere. Last we
She was
saw
a
she
couple
was
hours ago.
she was at the temple, right? With Brissa's daughter?
Palace, I thought.
Or the palace, yeah. Last we saw, but that was forever ago, it feels like.
So your daughter is safe, though? You sure?
She is. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, she's with your
Absolutely.
sister, unless your sister, I don't think the common folk are going to take down a dragon.
All right.
Utherio's there too.
So, what is your plan as you guys look across the burning city? The screams kind of every once in a while echoing upward. You can see that part of the fleet is burning and kind of sunk in the harbor as well. You can see that the Colossus, the massive bronze construct at the entrance to the bay, is gone.
Oh.
Interesting. I say we go put out the fires in the palace, and then we direct people there. And there's plenty of rooms, we can get people to stay in there, around there. And then, we just all night put out fires. That's what my plan is going to be.
Yeah, I think priority one is evacuation. and then putting out fires. People and then fires.
Where are we evacuating everybody to?
To the crops.
The untouched field.
The fields. The fields.
We could send him to the fields for now, I guess. And then
Okay.
I guess she'll turn to Valis and Vitor. Can you guys turn into dragons and then grab water from the bay? Just like grab a boat, scoop water into the boat, fly a boat over, dump water onto buildings.
Yes. And you see Pitor immediately change and shift, his skin seemingly splitting and becoming incredibly large.
Oh,
The awesome
Oh
figure
my.
of a dragon kind of appearing.
is Dragon Peter kind
As
of...
a
I was-
No, no, no,
oh my god, Lara over here with the parental sex fantasy.
I mean,
my
I get it.
god.
I
Is he
get it.
kind of...
Yeah. I want to know what Hugo looks like.
I'm just gonna drown myself in the ocean. You guys have a fun time.
I mean, we're just looking, Daphne.
Well, look elsewhere. There's people burning.
Right.
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 It just occurred to me.
What do you
I
think
could-
Valis looks like as a dragon?
Lyra.
Well, hopefully we'll find out in a second.
Yeah. I could summon some animals.
What were their names? I forgot.
I think it was like Bill, Bob, something. I don't know. They
Tweedle
died
D
real
and
quick.
Tweedle fucking dumb.
No, but I'm just thinking if there's someone that needs to be airlifted to the fields, I could send an eagle with each of our groups, so that way somebody could get there quicker than having to traverse across the city.
That's smart.
So I could do that, and they'll last for about an hour. And once time runs out, I'll summon them again and send them out to you. I can do that twice, and then I'm really tired.
I have nothing that would help in this situation. Sometimes I feel very useless.
I would say let's get the eagles and pair up and start going out.
Sounds good. If you need me to focus on a particular building, send magic into the sky. Skyrite, firebolt, or the like, and I will focus on that building. She nods towards Yanni.
Okay, so
Okay.
quick pair up. Who's going with who?
Or perhaps,
I'll go
Yanni, would you like
with
to come
Matteo.
with me?
We can do that.
So we got Argenti, Mateo, Yanni, and Valis.
Yes.
Peter left.
Peter's gonna be putting out,
Yeah.
Yep.
Helios is
not
not with us.
So it's just gonna be someone with. I can go with Brissa or Daphne. Do you want to go with Brissa and I'll go with Lyra?
Briss, I understand that you probably have obligations to head to the palace. My mother isn't there.
I'm going to go to the people. If the palace burns, it's the palace.
We can rebuild it.
We
I
don't-
mean, I wasn't sure if you wanted to make it to Augustus. I mean, I can go with to maybe try to.
Is Papa up there? Can we see
There's
Papa?
Oh, that's
Papa
right.
looks really sad right now.
Yikes! Wow, Daphne. Wow.
Okay. Yep.
Papa,
You know,
okay?
Papa dead. No, I didn't say that. No.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Random.
We all kill Argenti.
Yes.
Mateo also wipes a tear away. It has to be done.
We'll look for him afterwards. It's okay.
Right. I'm sure he's safe.
Okay, Mama.
I'll go with Darian.
This is great because I'm really bad at talking and you're really good at talking. So
That's
we're
why I
actually-
said that, because you're still drunk. I need you to get it together.
But I can see everything, so I think we'll be fine.
And I would say if you guys spot any people looting, don't try to kill them unless it is a Medusa, and then, have snakes for dinner.
Ew.
Just,
But yeah.
But yes.
Would spells like Sleet Storm, a Ray of Frost, and like Ice Storm, would that put fires out? Or
The
is
Chromatic
first and the latter,
Orb.
yes. The Ray of Frost would be probably too localized, so it would take you a long time to put like the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
yeah. So I'll just say right now that I'll probably use my Sleet Storm like 5 times.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'll just burn those right now.
God, I wish I had anything that would help.
You have your amazing
resistant to
voice.
fire, so you can just pat it out.
Yeah, that'll work. My feathers are flame retardant, so I definitely won't set myself on fire.
Like the stuff in baby diapers.
I'm gonna send the because I think I can only summon 2. I'm gonna send 1 with Brissa and Daphne. I'm gonna keep 1 with us because Yanni has a dragon breath. So I think we're good.
All right. You guys lift up, splitting up, starting to rush through the area. Team Yanni, how do you and Valis kind of like act as efficiently as possible in the combination that you have? You have a dragon at your disposal. What would you like to do?
That's a good question. I'm not sure the best way to proceed.
As in your mind's eye, you still have the soot of parchment in your nostrils.
Yeah.
It's almost like this moth-like defeated feeling of being drawn to this flame, just seeing so much knowledge destroyed in one fell swoop. How many years, how many brilliant minds did it take to create the library, the Academy of Mitros, only for one bad day to destroy it all?
I think as much as I want to track down whoever's plundering the stuff, like Yanni's still enough of a human, for lack of a better adjective, to recognize there are things more important right now, and that's doing what we can to save lives. So I would probably just, like, Valis, you know the city better than I do. Let's go wherever you think we can be the most help, and I'll do what I can.
All right, help me keep it. Like, oh yeah, Valis, by the way, as a dragon, also looks a little bit different.
God.
Really? She no longer looks like a wafy Greek woman?
The same brilliant bronze scales,
Oh,
a kind almost smile to her, massive lavender iris is kind of looking upon you. She's like,
It has been a long time since I last had a rider, but I'm glad it is you.
Just don't drop me.
I wouldn't dream.
I did not
Just hang
prepare
on tight.
Featherfall.
Do you have Featherfall prepared by chance?
I don't.
I'll make sure you won't need it.
as both of them take off into the air. Go ahead and make me a perception check with advantage to see how
Perception with
effectively you two, maybe even coordinate with Pitor, essentially, are putting out fires, like large fires in that section of the city.
That'd be a
my God.
29.
Very nice. Very effective. Massive success on the skill challenge that you guys are now officially in. You see Yanni, Valis, and Pito kind of crisscross, and you hear people down below going like, the dragons, there's still some left. They didn't kill them all. Yes, praise to the Dragonlords, praise to our queen. As they kind of like just shout in the background. Darian, and Lyra, and Bird too. What do the three of you do?
I do, just as a precautionary measure, in case I do have to run into some fire, I will just go ahead and cast Armor of Agathis on myself, because it seems appropriate.
That makes sense. That's legit.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we would probably, because we have access to the bird to potentially fly some people to the field, I would say we're on like one of the further edges of the city away from where the fields are, so we can get those people that are furthest away.
Yeah, because I can fly and we have bird number 2, so I think first step would be we'd probably go for a further area of the city than the people on foot could get to.
Okay.
Yeah, and once we find the location, I don't know if Lyra would want to stay in the air, but I would probably have Bird drop me street level and send the bird up to look for anybody that might be on a rooftop and stuck, and then I'll kind of check street level if there's anyone I can help.
So this is going to be a lot of coordination stuff. There are some interesting abilities. I can imagine Lyra trying to like explain the plan to people. Meanwhile, the bird is kind of scanning things.
Right, I'm probably like yelling directions to people.
Yeah.
Kind of searching through things. However, to kind of condense that in, because that's a lot of coordinating, a lot of management, I will have both of you roll me an investigation check or insight check, your choice, and I will take the higher between the two. Darian, you do have disadvantage on that.
Oh. My insight.
Wow, that's 3.
Darian, take my DM inspiration.
Jeez.
Take that.
That's a 22 edge, but
Okay.
I feel bad. I used 3 inspirations tonight.
Can we both do the same skill, or is it one or the other?
One or the other for yeah, you can do separate skills if you want to, or the same skill.
Oh, we can do the same skill.
Yes.
Okay, that's because my investigation sucks, but my insight is okay.
Does your female intuition carry you through this disaster?
Oh, okay, just a 14.
Not Lyra, but thankfully you had Queen Darian there.
My investigation is a +1, so.
Thank God Argenti shouts from the sky, "You got this, bitches!"
So you are impressed, Lyra, by how effective Darian is, because you realize...
Wasn't she fucking drunk?
Well, that's the thing. She almost seems to like sober up in this moment, and if anything, there's something truly amazing. Like, you are good at weaving a lot of words together, maybe too many words, so people get lost in your rhetoric, so they kind of don't even know what you're really trying to get at, and then agree with you because of that. Darian in this moment is the opposite. It is almost like, because she has so many sometimes issues with trying to say the right things at the right time. She really thinks about it first and then concisely says what needs to be said, and says it in such a way that it is immediately understood. And you can see how she's just able to reach the hearts and minds of the people, saying there is a way, the light has returned. Look, there is Lyra. And in a moment with your 14, you even say, yes, the light is here. As you kind of look down upon her, and you guys share a moment there for a second where Lyra is just like, you are the light as well. The bird kind of like airlifting, women, children, the most severely injured, kind of onward, outward, towards the fields. That is going to be another success. Very well done. All right, Team Argenti, what would you all like to do?
Okay, so I think that Mateo and I would probably have a system set up where I would fly into the air, so I have a little bit of a bird's eye view.
At one point, you catch Mateo going, "That is so hot."
Oh God. later. And then I would be casting like Sleet Storm, and I'm like using all my spell slots to do this and everything. Anyway, and as soon as the fire was doused, I would kind of use my bird's eye view to point out maybe people that were in a building, and he would rush in, he would collect them or do the help. I would fly down if I needed to, and then we'd sort of just move throughout the city with that system of like a Sleet Storm, go in, help. Yeah.
Your choice with advantage because you have Mateo to help you out. Investigation or perception?
I would. Oh, Actually, investigation. Let's do that.
Yeah, Mateo's kind of smart. With advantage, though. don't forget.
Oh, with advantage. Cool. One more time. Oh, okay. 25.
And masterfully. I mean, Mateo kind of suggests that you can use your magic to not only put out one building, but the after effect of it is a little bit of runoff of liquids and water that then might even go down into lower fields, maybe even get some of the buildings on lower terraces, and kind of like you guys figure out a really efficient way, kind of running over, avoiding hurting anyone in the process, as you guys get a third success. Congratulations.
Cool. Yay.
All right, Team Brissa. Or wait, Brissa, Daphne, are you guys on one team? I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're together.
We're all in this together. What do you two do?
Oh, we were actually trying to chat with that on the side. Like, what? So I think if we're going to go about this in a way that everybody understands that the queen has returned, calm your shit. Daphne does, as we've established at the tower. She's proficient in horn.
Oh my god.
She does technically have a horn, like, with her. So, like, she can, like, maybe make, like, a performance roll to get eyes on the queen. Trying to, like, play it that way as, like, a signal for people to notice that's my idea. I don't know if the queen has anything else she'd want to do.
No, yeah, I think that's it. And she would just try to be helping people, and then also like if anyone is like trying to loot and continue to loot, like kind of do it like an intimidation thing, like land silent right next to them, and be like, "You can continue to do this."
Okay.
Yeah.
Brissa, go to make me an intimidation check. Daphne, make me a performance check, and we'll take the higher between the two rolls.
I just need to say that's the most D&D shit I've heard all day. I'm proficient in horn.
I know. I know.
But I have dark vision. Sorry.
Oof. I have a plus 11 and I got it.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Daphne, you certainly do draw attention of people around as you kind of like go through.
Lyra looks over. What the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is being heralded in the middle of the city ending?
It got everybody's attention, thank you.
Hey, I'm looting here, huh? Then they see the golden scales of Silo as upon her back is Brissa, suddenly shouting, almost with like a draconic roar. What do you tell your people? These are your people, your citizens, your subjects dying in the streets. What do you tell them to get them to stand down?
I would tell them to work together, save each other, save Mitros, honor your city.
All right.
That's what she would be doing.
You swoop
Queen
in.
shit.
Queen shit. And so you guys work over the next hour. And you're able to put out a significant number of fires in that northeastern district. Able to actually kind of like do a good amount in favor of Mitros. People coughing. It's almost like refugees from their own city as they start to fill in, bless you, from the city into the fields themselves with some makeshift tents and the like. There are some people who have set up stations. There are some druids that are casting healing magics upon people, handing out good berries and the like to kind of like get people at least not dying anymore. As you guys kind of gather back up together, Yanni, as you're flying across with that incredibly high perception check, despite the darkness, despite the smoke and smog that is kind of rolling over the city itself, there's something that you spotted down below. Now, in Greek cities, and Mitros is certainly within the line of that, it is not uncommon to see statues of heroes and, gods scattered throughout, paying homage to those that have committed fantastic acts in history or have been significant. You see shattered statues of Sidon that hadn't been cleaned up yet. You see some statues commemorating the Five. You see new statues commemorating the new gods, mostly smashed apart. But there are a couple statues that kind of catch your eye, and you're like, they don't belong. What? Why is that there? And you realize that those are people, petrified, running in the middle of the street. Centurions in the middle of trying to get themselves into a phalanx. You see a particularly high concentration of them, particularly within and surrounding the area of the academy. And immediately, you consider the option of Medusas. You all gather together again. Those of you who did not have the luxury of flying upon Dragonback are soot-covered and sweat-stained. Maybe you have some scrapes and bruises of helping out these filthy peasants. But, I mean, she was flying on a dragon too. Of course she didn't get dirty. But as the rest of you guys gather upon the side of the field to just take a breather, just like the smoke is also bad, but, you know, kind of learning from the first time, you're able to kind of keep back the best way possible. Matteo next to you, Argenti's just like, never thought that I would be a hero, but, you know, seeing you like that, it seems so natural. You are a hero.
All right, calm down.
We don't have time.
People
I
are
haven't seen my
dying.
husband in a long time. You must
People
forgive
are
me.
dying, Kim. There's too much, though. We barely put a dent in it. I don't know how I'm completely tapped out.
Maybe some of the
Elena?
fires will kind of die down on their own. We saved a good chunk of the city, if I say so myself, and just a few of us. That was magnificent.
The fire's just going to spread again. Does anybody have any ideas?
I have no plan of stopping. I will go and put it out myself if I have to.
I don't have anything that'll help.
Yes, you do, Lyra. You're inspiring. Your voice carries reason. You can be the one to help everybody
I'll
safely
tell
get
these
to where we need
fires
to go.
put themselves out.
You can
The
get
fire's
people
so-
motivated to grab water from the harbor, and everyone grabs water and goes and helps put out additional fires.
And you guys are currently surrounded by hundreds, if not a few thousand, refugees of the city.
All right, well, I find the highest point in the field.
You got this.
Go, Lyra.
Tell them to save their city.
Yeah, picture them naked. I've heard that helps.
No, it doesn't
That
help.
does not help her. I am going to real quick, like,
Vomit
grab
into-
her shoulders, grab Lyra's
Oh,
shoulders,
no,
and just.
Don't waste it. If you don't have to, I get advantage on persuasion checks.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna do enhance ability, but never mind. All right,
Squeezes your shoulders and very awkwardly just pats on them.
you got this. You got this. The magic like fizzles right away. All right, fine. For somebody who's not confident about herself, you're awfully confident about this.
I'm not confident about myself, but I am confident on what abilities I have. Okay, alright, okay. Yeah, I'll, you know what? I won't find the highest part in the field. I will just fly straight up above everyone. I don't have thaumaturgy, but I can be loud. I'm sure I've got really good lungs.
Pick Daphne's horn up.
I pick up the horn. I too am
Sure.
proficient in horn.
Not.
And just real loud, I just say, say, people of Mitros.
People turn towards you. The battered, the beaten, the broken, the smoke, and there's like smudge stains.
Smudge?
Smudge.
I know.
Red scrolls and gray satyrs. I'm trying something over here. Do you have to do it right now? That's the good part. They're on a chariot.
Oh shit! They found my fan fiction.
Darian saw that Lyra had things out of control. She just started writing her fanfic on the side.
Okay, yeah. So I say, people of Mitros, your queen has returned, but your city is still in danger.
But where was she, huh? One of the people shouts. Yeah. Multiple people say, where was she when we needed her to defend the city? We were caught with our bridges down. Our city is burning. Where were you? Yeah.
Bristle will fly up next to Lyra. And then she will hold out Sidon's glaive and be like, I was killing the one that did this to us.
This whole time I was like, do we tell them that we killed Sidon? Will they be happy that we killed Sidon?
Whispers kind of like ripple through.
I guess we're telling them that we killed Sidon.
Sidon is dead.
We slew him and retrieved his divine spark so he can't return.
Like multiple people are like,
and we banished Lutheria from Thylea.
so the Titans are gone?
They are. But now you guys, everyone here needs to stand up. And if you are capable, grab water and go help put out the fires and help save the lives.
Get a fucking bucket and put your houses out. We are 6 people and we need your help, goddammit.
Nobody wants to work nowadays.
Why always when I have shit in my mouth? Why?
You won't be able to afford a new one in this next market.
Oh, no.
Stop buying avocado toast.
You see
Oh
an
my
elderly
fucking
man
God.
kind of push through the crowd.
You say this, but I saw your centurions killing people in the street. I saw people with your armor. Your dragons breathe fire upon them. Why did you send them to kill us?
Yeah, why did you send them to kill him?
We did not. I imagine that this is the work of the enemy, and we will find whoever is the true culprit of this, and I will take their heads.
It was the Titans' children. Yes, we saw them in the sky. They are the ones who killed the other gods and took their bodies.
It could be, yes.
And they'll be dealt with.
They will be.
But we need to put these fires out first.
Save our house. The dragons. And they kind of see where Peter and Valis, by the way, are just like full on like perched behind both of you guys. Their draconic heads just kind of hovering behind.
Hi, Peter.
Hey.
First is straight. Now Daphne's dad.
So we ask you again to please come help us. That is what we will be doing. I will be out here all night putting out the fires of your homes, because I want you to have a place to go back to.
Lyra, go ahead and give me that persuasion check with advantage.
27.
People nod. kind of look around, and you can see first a couple, then a dozen, then 100, then the entire field of Metrosians get upon their knee and bow to their queen.
No, grab a bucket. We don't have time.
Brissa will bow back and be like, let's go
What does that
save
look
our...
like when you're flying? It's like, ah.
Two of us. I grab her and try to straighten her back out.
I was used to this flying thing.
And those of capable body do go to the river. To the bay, I should say. Down by the bay.
Shit, do we have enough buckets? How many buckets do we have, Brissa?
Lyra, don't worry about this.
There's plenty of
Use chamber pots.
I'm having a panic attack.
use whatever they can.
And they start and they start kind of like moving back towards the city. During all of this, though, you see that Valis has kind of moved off to the side. She's back in her humanoid form, and she's chatting to what looks like this shell-shook young girl.
Wait, Valis turned back into Valis? This is not what we wanted to do.
And she's just like, oh shit, that's right. She's in
I
her
mean, if she
draconic-
chooses to do it, she chooses to do it. She's her own independent
Yeah,
woman.
she got free will.
I'm
She
gonna
can
roll
do it.
D100 for that one, and then make the story explain it.
You did this, David.
She changes back into herself. People seem to have mostly not been paying attention anymore, and you can sense that she wanted to have this little girl, maybe 7 years old, not be scared of a dragon. So there she is. She has a little bit of like a what are those called? Like a
cowl?
Like a cowl, like a head wrap. Just kind of like taking like a little bit of a shawl and wrapped it around her hair to be slightly less obvious. As she's on her knees, like, Brisa, come here.
Brissa will go over.
All right, sweetie, it's all right. She saw things at the palace. She saw Kyra. It doesn't sound good.
Oh,
Well, then we should go immediately.
Tell her what you told me.
You see this like, again, just like soot-stained young girl, red hair, just that almost pitch black from all the soot. You can see that she also is like covered in blood, partially from her own small head wound. But there's too much blood. That could have not just come from her.
Okay.
And there's just like a vacant look that looks you in the eyes.
I saw a dragon.
Brissa, you recognize this girl. It's one of the serving girls. Well, the daughter of one of the serving girls at the palace. She occasionally washed your clothes with her mother. You remember her laugh, high pitch, kind. And now it's just a husk of a person before you.
I thought it was Icarus, but Icarus is... They took him like a doll and his head just went... But there was another dragon. And she was so pretty. I thought it was Syla.
And she kind of like, Syla kind of has trotted up next to you as well.
But she was so much bigger than Syla, so big.
Was she with the princess?
Uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, I saw the princess. She was holding someone's hand in the rubble. And the dragon told her it was okay, it would be okay, and I thought it would be okay too, because the satyrs, they're playing hide and seek with us. But everyone they found, they stabbed. They found Mama.
Bertha will just hug the little girl.
And like you get her, and there's no reaction from her. It's just like. And then they found the dragon too. And there was a Medusa. And she found the dragon and she stabbed her too. And then the centurions, they stabbed the dragon too.
Thank you for this information. We will go check on the dragon and the princess now. I appreciate your bravery.
Can you bring Mama back?
I will bring her back.
I don't want her to be in the Nether Sea, so thank you. Please bring Mama back. And she just kind of sits down. And Valis kind of sits down next to her and kind of hugs her. But you can see the concern in her eyes as she's just like, we have to go. Now. Let the people take care of the people.
To the palace. And she will, get on silent and tell the others, what they told. What she was told.
If you want to recast the birds, you could certainly do that. Otherwise, there are also 2 large dragons that you could use for air transportation.
Will they be able to? They're strong. They'll carry all of
They're
us. Right?
ancient dragons.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're Asian. They're probably
ancient. They're adult.
Oh.
How long do you have to be around to be ancient?
Damon. D&D lore fact. How old do you have to be as a dragon to become ancient?
Which edition? Which color dragon or species dragon? I mean, there's
this one, gold dragons.
Yanni, why are they only considered
1,000 years old.
adult?
Oh,
They
they're
should
like
be ancient.
no, they're like halfway ancient.
So does
And they're
that
no
mean
longer
they
living
can
on
carry
prayers.
as
So.
much?
But they would be huge, though. So, not bigger than large.
Yeah, I mean, some of us can fly still, so they don't need to carry all of us. They are faster than us, probably.
Also, my dragons are always larger than the official D&D dragons because I think it's fucking stupid that a dragon is only huge. It makes no damn sense.
I don't know why that sounded like my dragons are actually.
My dragons are
bigger than us.
My dragons are way cooler than the real dragons.
Dragons are bigger.
My dragons are cooler and they're bigger than regular dragons.
It's so much bigger.
All right, let's go. I'm panicking, sorry.
I climb on Pitor.
You climb upon.
Oh my
Kobo.
god.
I also ride Pitor.
I hate it here.
There's only so many dragons, Argenti.
David.
I don't know what you
David.
want from me.
Mhm.
David, I've
I'm
changed my
gonna
mind
ride
about a
myself.
couple things.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I
Think about what we talked about, Clancy.
I've changed my mind about so many things.
Think about what we talked about earlier.
All right,
Just a
Argenti,
ride.
you can fly by yourself. Bersa can fly on
Yeah, I'll
Silas
fly.
back. Daphne, Yanni, Darian, Lyra, both of you guys can be carried by the dragons, easy peasy. Do you guys want to leave Esther behind, or are you guys bringing Esther to the palace?
Estor and Mateo are coming.
We need
they're
to take
coming.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
He's got to
good.
find out that his dad's dead anyways, so.
Today you become a man. See a dead body for the first time.
Didn't we hear a
He's
song
already
about that?
banned.
We can't keep
Trauma.
we can't keep tiptoeing around it. We just got to pull the band-aid off.
Yeah.
Maybe not when he's like a Geigen though.
And with
It's
that,
probably going to be a minute before he's not a guy.
through one configuration or another, you ultimately take off from the fields. The other people are starting to organize themselves, and you fly westward. You see more looting below you, fires. And as you move towards where the palace sits, as well as in the houses of nobility, the looting seems to actually have kind of been driven off because you can see that there are phalanxes of centurions keeping people back. You hear pleas shouting up at first, like, "Please let us by through!" Whoa! As the dragons just kind of soar and you hear Centurions shouting from below as they take their spears and ineffectually just trying to throw it up towards you. These are Mitrosian Centurions.
I know it's kind of a long shot, but can we tell if like they've been dominated or
Do you have detect magic? Does anyone have detect magic?
I don't.
Can cast it as a ritual.
All right, we're gonna have Peter just kind of like, or sorry, Valis just kind of circle for 10 minutes. Black
Probably
Hawk
not.
Down style, you know.
That was just the answer to the question.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Not without more. So just like a plain look.
Yeah.
And so you fly on. Alex?
No, I was just, I just was going to say they have to be controlled. The soldiers wouldn't do this.
I'm trying to remember if we saw, like when we fought Moxena, if any of the people in that fight tried to dominate anyone or like control anyone. I don't remember.
I don't think so. I don't remember.
As you fly
But
on,
it doesn't.
go ahead, Yanni.
I was just saying, I don't. Think
Doesn't
so,
mean
but
they
it doesn't
can't
mean-
do it, right?
Yeah.
You see now a familiar sight, Lyra, Daphne. Stone hands that burst between the cobblestone. Stone reaching upwards. People strung up into them, having bled out. The blood dripping down the forearms of these stone statuesque massive hands.
Ain't that?
You fly towards the palace as the dragons roar.
We will have to do this as a fast drop. Are you ready?
As you guys are approaching the building that you had seen within or with the telescope, you know exactly where they are. You see what is interesting about this. This is what used to be a smaller temple to Sidon. The statue had been removed, and instead there is now actually a representation of a Castus, interestingly enough, kind of like within the place itself. You also know that outside of the place are some statues depicting you all.
Oh.
Yes.
How
I think we're ready.
high up are we?
However high you want to be.
I just want to do a trust fall off of Pitor and then nosedive towards the palace.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Because I can fly.
Does anyone have feather fall prepared? Otherwise, what they would do is essentially just like a hot landing. Again, Black Hawk down. And then they could take off or whatever, kind of like walk with you there. You do know, like the Centurions, it seems like some of the phalanx has split off and they're rushing after you, but they have nowhere near the speed that you all have.
I mean, I'm
Hot
just
landing.
a cool dismount.
Yep.
Yeah, hot landing.
Yep.
Am I sober now? I mean, I feel like there's been enough. Like, I've sweated it out at this point, right?
Make me a con save. Why not?
You did say it took us an hour to put out what we've put out.
I'm so
Oh,
drunk as
Darian.
fuck.
Listen, she fucking put away some wine, all right?
Yeah.
I get it.
You
but-
don't just
Damn
sweat
it,
it out.
Darian.
It helped. You're feeling a little bit better, but you're still a little
I'm ready, guys.
shway. As with that, you guys come down and you see that little temple building there. You know that there's a little bathhouse on the south end of it, and as you kind of land there within the statues and set down, milling about between you and the temple itself are Centurions who are just kind of going around, almost like with a zombified posture to them, and they stop and they look up towards you. And that is where we're going to pick it up next week. Yeah.
Well,
Welcome back to Mitros. I don't feel bad now telling you, if you guys hadn't gone back to Mitros, some stuff would have transpired here that you would have had to, after the fact, find out later. So I'll give an immediate DM inspiration to Brissa for insisting to go back and do the right thing, to be the queen of Mitros and defend her city.
Does that mean this horrible thing that you were planning to do this might not happen then?
There's a good chance of things maybe not transpiring in the worst way possible. That is correct.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
So lowercase trauma, not capital.
Exactly. This is trauma off of Wish. All right,
We
cool.
have trauma at home.
Yes, this is the we have trauma at home.
Yes, we're gonna show you guys a little bit of the battle map for next week.
Oh, hey. Oh, hi, Peter.
I swear.
All right, you guys give me the best guesses on what will happen next week as I find us a stream to rate really quick.
Non-lethally kick their asses.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on non-lethal killing the centaur or the centurions.
I can kill Medusas though, right? Like that's not.
Yeah. No, they're
All
fine.
right.
Well, that's what I'm
back
thinking.
and
The
forth.
centurions definitely mind controlled. I highly doubt they're going to be the only thing that shows up, which means there's a couple possibilities in my head. Moxena's here. Kastaria's here. Medusas we don't know about maybe here. Because clearly they can turn people into Medusas, so I'm sure there's Medusas that we don't know about.
There's
Well,
a
a
ton
lot of them.
Medusas.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a ton of them now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been reproducing.
And with that, we're gonna have to find out next week what exactly that's gonna look like. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Remember